The Nobilis Injector is the result of an interactive partnership between two leading companies. The veterinary knowledge of MSD Animal Health and the engineering capabilities of Henk Sass Wolf GmbH have been combined to develop the Nobilis Injector, a modern, innovative and user-friendly device which is easy to operate. Henk Sass Wolf has almost 95 years of experience in producing medical devices, both for human and veterinary use. With the newest R&D methods, state-of-the-art production in Germany, and of course high-quality standards, it guarantees its customers clear benefits in their equipment needs. The administration of vaccines in day-old chickens can be performed in various ways, mostly determined by the type of vaccine. Subcutaneous administration can be very efficacious, but requires highly skilled personal and controlled circumstances. The Nobilis Injector is a unique device, developed for subcutaneous and intramuscular administration in a safe, reliable and efficacious way. In this module, we will demonstrate the proper use of the Nobilis Injector, and we will give additional information on cleaning and maintenance. The device is connected with a compressor for compressed air with a minimum operation pressure of 5 bar, 70 psi. The air first enters the filter, which will separate the water and oil out of the air to ensure that the used air will not damage the pneumatic components. Always make sure that the supplied air is in a high quality. That will lead to a much longer lifetime of the device. After the air is filtered and clean, the air goes through the pressure gauge and shows you the operation pressure of the device. This pressure is preset from factory side and should not be manipulated. Before daily operation, the exact volume for vaccine administration must be indicated. The Nobilis Injector is easy to operate and has just a few switches and indicators. On-off switch, batch counter, total counter, manual button, pressure gauge. Take the cap off the syringe. Take the needle, which will be used for administration. In this situation, type 20G58 from Henk Sass Wolf. Please note that different needle types do have a great impact on vaccine administration. Insert the needle into the cap. Try to spoil the needle for easier insertion. Now take the cap and the fixed needle and screw it onto the syringe, hand tight. Remove the security cap from the needle. Make sure that the bevel of the needle is in the correct angle. To adjust the depth of the needle, make sure the device is turned off. Remove the closure of the Nobilis Injector and insert the syringe with the used needle. Close the closure and activate the manual button by pushing it till it makes a click. The needle will come out of the device. Measure the length of the needle. The best results for vaccination are if the needle length is between 12 and 14 millimeters. If you have some different length, you have to adjust the needle length. Release these two screws. On the ground plate, you can see a scale, and on the syringe plate, a strike. Every distance between one line is 1 millimeter. And adjust the syringe plate to your needs and tighten the screws after finishing the adjustments. Remember the difference of the needle. For example, 10 millimeters, then you have to adjust the needle 3 millimeters forwards. Check again if the right needle length is adjusted and start with operation. Remove syringe out of the appliance. Adjust the syringe to 0.5 milliliters by turning the back part of the syringe. Move it in the right position and adjust the back part by turning it. Check if the hole shows 0.5. Connect the tube with the vaccination bag. Let the vaccine flow through the tube till it is nearly completely filled. Connect the tube with the syringe. Press the plunger till the vaccine comes out of the syringe and you can't see any air bubbles in the tube coming from the vaccination bottle. Adjust the needed volume by rotating the back part of the syringe and move the complete plunger forward. Through the small hole in the back part of the plunger, you can make sure the right volume is adjusted. Insert the syringe into the appliance and connect the back part of the syringe with the pneumatic cylinder. The syringe is now primed and ready for operation. Remove the syringe out of the appliance. Adjust the syringe to 0.5 milliliters by turning the back part of the syringe. Move it in the right position and adjust the back part by turning it. Check if the hole shows 0.5. Connect the tube with the vaccination bag. Let the vaccine flow through the tube till it is nearly completely filled. Prime at first the left syringe of the device. Connect the tube with the syringe. Insert the blank plug and press the plunger till vaccine comes out of the syringe and you can't see any air bubbles in the tube coming from the vaccination bottle. Adjust the needed volume by rotating the back part of the syringe and move the complete plunger forward. Through the small hole in the back part of the plunger, you can make sure the right volume is adjusted. Take the second syringe. Adjust the syringe to 0.5 milliliters by turning the back part of the syringe. Move it in the right position and adjust the back part by turning it. Check if the hole shows 0.5. Connect the tube with the vaccination bottle. Let the vaccine flow through the tube till it is nearly completely filled. Connect the tube with the syringe. Press the plunger till vaccine comes out of the syringe and you can't see any air bubbles in the tube coming from the vaccination bottle. Adjust the needed volume by rotating the back part of the syringe and move the complete plunger forward. Through the small hole in the back part of the plunger, you can make sure the right volume is adjusted, in this case 0.25 milliliters. Insert both syringes into the appliance and connect the back part of the syringes with the pneumatic cylinders. When both syringes are connected into the system, release the blank plug and connect both syringes with each other with the provided tube. The syringe is now primed and ready for operation. Once the Nobilis injector is primed for use, you can start batch processing day-old chickens. Position each bird in the correct way. The batch counter shows the number of chickens injected in the current batch. The total counter indicates the number of chickens vaccinated since the last reset. When using vaccine bottles of firm plastic, the filter of the vented spike should be open to allow clean air to enter the vaccine bottle. Soft vaccination bags do not need this air inlet. A spike must be used without or with a closed filter. Regular checks of the accurate setting of the equipment are required to ensure that each animal receives the proper amount of vaccine. One way of doing this is by measuring the quantity of vaccine per 10 or 20 injections and by counting the number of boxes of chicks per bottle of vaccine used. During vaccination, the vaccine solution must be regularly agitated by gently swirling it, and needles must be replaced frequently. By adding sterile dye to the diluent, 1 milliliter of sterile dye per 1,000 milliliters of diluent, you can control the deposition of the vaccine after vaccination. You can score through the skin immediately after vaccination at leg and neck site. It is advised to change needles after every 1,000 injections. Put on the security cap of the needle. For demounting the needle, hold the head of the syringe and unscrew the cap with the fixed needle. The needle will get off very easily. It is not necessary to use tools. To take out the needle of the cap, try to spoil the needle. Look for the same shape of the needle and the cap. The device must be cleaned every day of operation. Immediately after use, clean the syringe with water. Disassemble the syringe like in the picture. Pay attention to the small parts, that these parts will not get lost during the cleaning process. Each component should be washed in a solution of mild detergent, making sure to clean the seats, intake and exhaust gasket seals. Don't use high acid or alkali content to wash the different parts, because this will lead to corrosion. To make sure the syringe will function the next time properly, cook all parts of the syringe and make sure the syringe is clean. Vaccines can be very gluey, and this will lead to the valves not opening correctly. Holes can be cleaned with compressed air. Rinse components with warm water and leave them to dry, or dry them with compressed air or with a paper towel. The dripping chamber of the air filter should be checked every day. If necessary, Release the drain water by opening the valve at the bottom of the filter. Turn the valve clockwise until the drain water begins to flow out. Close the valve properly after draining. The filter should be checked every month to be sure the filter cartridge is in good condition. Before disassembling the filter, always make sure that the compressed air supply is disconnected from the device. Push the locking slide downwards and turn the filter clockwise. Pull the filter bowl away from the unit. Turn the filter plate clockwise. Replace the filter cartridge if the pores are dirty. Grasp the filter cartridge only at the lower end when it is new. A support span is fitted in the new 5 micrometer filter cartridge. Reassemble the individual parts again in the reverse order. Note that the locking pin of the filter bowl must face the large recess in the housing. When reinstalling the filter bowl, the unlocking slide must be heard to click into place when the end stop is reached.